can see, I can feel it happening. Round for me. It's turning around, yes. I'm not a man that needs a lie. Nor the son of man that is carried me. No. I see my future, and it's all it's turning around, yeah. No more sickness. I shall be the head and not the tail. And God said, I believe it. It's turning around. It's turning around. It's turning around for me. It's turning around for me. It's turning around for me. It won't always. Nor the son of man that is carried me. I see my future, and it's all running It's turning around, yeah. No more sickness. I shall be the head and not the tail. And God said, I believe it, yeah. It's turning around. It's turning around. It's turning around for me. It's turning around for me. Turning around for me. Turning around for me. It won't always be like.
Hey everybody, this is your girl Creole Butterfly Libra Butterfly Coco 929 coming to you from the great state of Kentucky, where the women are beautiful and the horses are fast. Other horses are beautiful, the women are fast. It just really depends on what you like. I want to say happy birthday, happy quinceañera, happy bar mitzvah, happy anniversary to Lottie Dottie and every darn body under the sound of my voice. Um, you know I'm the Oprah of the what? The smooches. So you get a smooch, you get a smooch. Everybody gets a darn blessed smooch. All right, all right, all right. And just in case, like I said, today is Therapy Thursday. Okay. So we're gonna get into some things. Let me go ahead and pull this video up so you all can see this first, because I wonder why this hasn't hit mainstream. We kind of know that some of, allegedly, I'm going to say allegedly, some of the news is slated. Okay. So, yeah. So, let's go.
Reportedly been accused of sexually abusing 5 of his children and stepchildren, the youngest being just 4 years old.
If you don't know who we're talking about, we are talking about the billionaire Elon Musk, estranged father. Okay. That's in my title. And unfortunately, one of the biggest things that most of the Republicans run on is family values, where they only want a man and a woman. Okay, they actually prefer white men and women, but a man and a woman nevertheless, and they are against anything that goes outside of that, homosexuality, trans, whatever. And that's why a lot of Christian leaders actually support this. But what's so strange is the fact that they all support, what's that, the nuclear, I think it's what it's called, the nuclear family with a man and one woman. But most of them most of them are actually not most, but put it like this: it's more pedophilia and molestation and stuff like that goes on behind the people that support this political movement than it is anywhere. And what's so ironic is you never hear anything about it. Okay, you never hear anything about it. So let's listen.
Elon Musk's father has reportedly been accused of sexually abusing 5 of his children and stepchildren, the youngest being just 4 years old.
But who in their right man didn't think that there was already something wrong with Eon himself? That there was a lot on his mind. We'll just say it like that to be politically correct. But there was a lot on his mind regarding how he deals with everything, how he deals with people, period. Okay, so yeah, we kind of saw that a lot was on his mind. So now that we seen it blow up between, and who didn't know it wasn't gonna blow up between him and Trump. We all kind of understood that. Okay, but two people that's almost the same mind. Yeah. So let me pull this up. It will always be like this. God will bring things concerning me. Okay, it's not gonna let me see it. It wants you to buy the magazine, and I wouldn't. Okay, there we go. Sooner or later. Okay, here we go. Let me bring this up. All right. Allegations, and we're gonna say allegedly. Okay, allegedly. It won't always be like this. I love that song, y'all. No matter what you're going through, that song ministers, okay? Oh, hold on. Here we go. Want to make sure you all can see it. See it. Oh, okay. Elon Musk's estranged father accused of child sex abuse. The alleged incidents involve 5 of Musk's children and stepchildren. He has not been charged with or convinced of any crimes. Okay, so let's scroll down. Okay, that's a picture of him. Elon Musk's estranged father, Earl Musk, is facing several allegations of child sex abuse involving 5 of his children and stepchildren, according to a New York Times investigation. Yeah. The investigation against Earl, 79, were detailed in police reports, court records, personal letters, and interviews with the family members and social workers. The alleged incident occurred in South Africa, where Earl lives, and California. Okay. Earl, who has not been charged with or convicted of any crimes, denied the allegations against him. He told the Times that the reports are false and nonsense to the extreme. He suggested the family members were putting the children up to say false things to get money from Earl. Several allegations and the story of center around a former stepdaughter from Earl's marriage to Heidi, okay, his third wife. The earliest allegation incident occurred in 1993 when the stepdaughter from, I cannot say that last name, first marriage was 4 years ago, 4 years old. Okay. Earl allegedly placed her on a row of trash cans at the family's home in Pretoria, South Africa, and touched her. The stepdaughter told her aunt about the alleged incident, and the aunt and the other relatives reported it to the authorities. An investigation was opened, but the charges were withdrawn in support of a divorce settlement with Earl. So it looks like the mother kind of sold her out. Yeah. Earl claimed following this divorce, a judge granted him custody of his daughter with whatever their name is. We're gonna call her Biz, okay? And two judges rejected the stepdaughter's abuse allegations. But the Times could not find court records or judges capable of verifying Earl's claims. Okay. Okay. Around 1999, Earl and Bez remarried. In 2002, they traveled to California to visit Eon, Earl's oldest child from his first marriage, to May, who bought them a $2 million house in Malibu. During their stay, according to family members and personal notes, the stepdaughter, by then 14, walked in on Earl in her room, allegedly sniffing her dirty underwear. Oh my gosh. The police were called and complaint was filed with Child Protective Services in Los Angeles. Okay. A spokesperson from the agency declined to comment to the Times, and the LAPD denied a records request. A restraining order was issued against Earl, according to three people. Now, this is getting real, real funky. What's up, Catherine? Okay, baby. Earl denied the allegation, saying he had been cleaning up his stepdaughter's room. Now, come on, let's put a pause. Let's prepare a pause, a stop sign, a wait a minute, rewind. Let's do all the things. A millionaire, a billionaire, cleaning up a stepdaughter's room. I bet not. Anyway, let's go. Okay. Earl denied the allegation, saying he had been cleaning up his stepdaughter. I don't know why I want to laugh right there. He had been cleaning up his stepdaughter's room after returning from a trip and finding the house in a terrible state. Yeah, let's go. Lego. Afterward, Eon reportedly moved his father from the Malibu house to a boathouse in Los Angeles and then back to South Africa. But Earl claimed he left the United States on his own, though he was soon reliant on Eon and his brother Kimbo for financial support. Okay, let's go. While Eon reportedly explored keeping Earl's children and stepchildren with Biz in California and even became their legal guardian. Now, figure that out. Okay. The family chose to return to South Africa in 2003. Biz and Earl divorced again in 2005, though in 2009 they reconnected. Around that time, the stepdaughter, now 21, claimed that Earl kissed her and stuck his tongue in her mouth. You know what? Let me tell you, some of you women disgust me. It's from reading this. My observation is the mother sold the child out for financial support. This child has not changed her story since she was 4 years old. She is now 21. Count all them years, and her story is yet the same. Okay? All right, let's go. It won't always be like this. God will fix things concerning me sooner or later. Come on, it's gonna get greater. He's working things out for me. I'm like Leandra, honey. I put my own words in it, okay? It won't always be like this. Yes, I love that song. She detailed the incident in an application for an intern protection or I cannot read today, y'all. I'm sorry. Okay, you got it. Protection order in South Africa, in which she wrote of Earl, I don't want him to be allowed to come close to me. The application was granted. Earl denied the allegation and claimed that his stepdaughter inappropriately kissed him while he was sleeping. Get the stuck out of here. Get the stuck out of here. Do you hear me? I ain't gonna put the F right there. Get the stuck out. So all of a sudden now she kissed you. This girl has been saying the same thing since 4 years old. She's 21 now and still don't want you around her. But all of a sudden now she kissed you. Okay, got it, get it, good. Okay, let's go. As an adult, the stepdaughter struggled with drug abuse and homelessness. Yeah, let me tell y'all. Let me put a pin right there. Let's take a sea lie, okay? What's up, bamboo? Let's take a sea lie. Let's put a plug right there. Most people, especially women who have been molested, have been involved in incest and things of that nature, do end up with some form of an addict syndrome. Okay. I told you guys, man's was I became a sex addict. A lot of people become alcoholics. Some people get strung out on drugs. Okay. Because you're trying to deal with the memories, you're trying to deal with the trauma. And when people don't believe you, that forces you to be around the very people, a person who did this to you. You got to have an escape. Most of it is just to escape being around these people, escape the memories, escape the touches, escape seeing them. You just want to escape. Okay. So I can absolutely believe that she developed a drug abuse habit. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because it's a form of an escape. Ask me how I know. I told y'all, I was forced to be around my people to where one of them, I was around this person so much, I fell in love with him. And then I developed Stockholm syndrome. I already talked about that. So look up my live that says Stockholm syndrome. I talk about that ad nauseum. Okay. So we're not gonna get into that today. But yeah, I absolutely understand that. I do. Some women end up with a man that abuses them and they stay with him because it's some form of protection and it's some form of love. You have to understand that when you enter into a relationship with a female who has been molested, raped, incest, you got to understand that. You got to. Anyway, move forward. Let's go. Okay. She told the Times that she tied her drug use to the trauma. See, the trauma she experienced growing up. While Eon provided some support to the stepdaughter from afar, when she was 29, the stepdaughter reached out to Earl for help as well. The two became intimate. Lord help today. Help us, God. Help us. Okay. The two became intimate and had at least one child. You gotta be, Lord, let me get my pecans. Hold on, y'all. I gotta get my pecans that I got from Bucky's. Whoo, child. Hold on, because I need a break right there. Oh my God. Oh my God. Where's my napkin? Here it is. I don't trust my desk because I ain't cleaned it. Whoo, child. It won't always be like this. Lord, today, help us, God. Okay, the two became intimate and had at least one child together. The stepdaughter has said they had one child, while Earl has suggested in other interviews that they may have had more. Shut the front door. He told the Times it was none of your business how many they had. Child, today, and I done had 2 cups of coffee. I swear this is making me want another. Oh my gosh. No ma'am, no ham, no sandwich. Ooh, ooh, rich people problems. Okay, let's go. In 2022, Earl allegedly groped their 5-year-old son. What is wrong, good? Ugh. Don't worry, safe space. I'm sending this to you, boo. I am sending. We got to talk about this in the back thing tonight in the members only. We got to talk about this safe space, okay? Victorel Hill. Hey, I'm sending you one. Okay. Let's see. Where was I? According to family members, Biz texted a relative the following year. He said, Dad gropes his behind. He screamed, No, Dad. A police investigation was open, but prosecutors ultimately dropped the case due to insufficient evidence. What more evidence do you need? Like I said, a lot of times rich people get away with stuff that poor people could never. There's been people locked up on much less, okay, on the allegation alone. All right. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay. Earl said of the allegation, there was no evidence because this is nonsense. Everybody's saying you touched them, sir, even the son, and that's nonsense. Everybody cannot be lying on you, bruh. Let me eat a pecan. Mm, mm, mm. The other allegations of abuse against Earl was mentioned in the application for the interim protection order filed by the stepdaughter. She claimed that Earl also abused one of his stepsons who later died in a car accident. God rest his soul. Wow. As well as his two daughters with Biz. Mm-mm-mm. I'm sorry, y'all. I had to take a break and eat one of these pecans. Mm-mm-mm. Hmm. Okay. While the stepdaughter did not provide details, Biz did reference abuse allegations from one of her two daughters with Earl in a letter she sent Eon around 2007. Another relative mentioned the same allegations contained in the protective order in a note sent to Eon in 2010. Earl called the accusations that he abused his stepson nonsense, and the claims involved his daughters absurd. Eon declined to comment for the Times story, and the representative did not immediately return additional requests for comment. Yeah, hmm, this is a wicked world. When I get back into the blood types and blood, we're going to research and expound on what actually comes down through the bloodline. This is sick. It's sick and it's sad. Some states is trying to change the age of consent to have sex. Right now, in most states, is 16. I said most, not all. So if it's lower in your state, okay. But they actually want to move it to the age between 10 and 12 because there are some sick men out here in this world. We got women too, but it's mostly men that find kids attractive and want to have sex with a child. I think personally, all predators need to be dealt with accordingly. Okay. Um, Speaking from a survivor, a conqueror, more than a conqueror, actually, I know from which I speak. I'm actually in this last book that I'm writing, this book number 4. I'm actually going to open up some things that I've never told. But y'all, predators is real. And most of the time, they start in your family first. Most of the time, I actually know a couple of women whose their fathers was their predators. The one that you come from his nutsack, you got his blood, and he finds you attractive instead of being your protector, instead of being the one that is supposed to teach you right and wrong and move heaven and earth to protect you. They become your aggressor. They become your offender. They become your predator. For somebody like that, to me, they need a bullet and a blessing. So we're going to stop right here. But Rolling Stone magazine actually is the one, our Rolling Stone News is the one who actually has this particular story. What's up, Batania? Hey, boo. Rolling Stone is actually the one who has this story right now. It may start being everywhere, but Rolling Stone magazine is the one who has this story. Okay. So just in case, and I'm going to add that to my title, just in case you actually want to read up on this story. Okay. Um, yeah, you can actually go to Rolling Stone and read it for yourself and the remainder of it because I did not read it all. I read enough after showing you the video. Okay. Um, I just don't understand, and I guess I'm not supposed to, but I really don't understand the attraction to a kid. I just now have I seen teenagers that are nice looking, are built, that don't look like they teenagers. I've seen some young men and they even try to holler at me. I've seen some young I'm sorry, y'all. I've seen some young men that baby, I was like, how old are you? Hey, I'm 16. Boy, get away from me. And I'm like, when they grow up, they're gonna break some hearts. Have I said that? Yeah. But have I said, oh, I bet he can? No. Yuck and yuck. I got grandsons older than that. Ugh. I don't get it. I do not get it. And thank God that I don't. Okay. Just to break the monotony, let me show y'all this. Okay. It won't always be like this. Yes. Sooner or later, things will get better. They turning around for me. It won't always be like this. Yes, honey, I love this song. Hold on, let me get 2 minutes of it, y'all. Hold on. Hopefully, don't no commercial kick in. Hold on. Hold on. Are y'all listening to these words? I know things are going on. I know things are uncertain. I know things have been shaken. I know things is not quite right. But I am, for some reason, God has put this in my spirit today. I mean, I woke up with this, seriously. And when he does that, this is meant for someone or somebody's, okay? And seriously, sometimes we just need to slow down. We need to just take a deep breath and we need to say, God, what are you saying? I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know that my whole thing is based on God, based on faith, based on love. I told y'all I'm a love section. I'm a butterfly. I've been through some things to come out like this. Okay. So just listen to these words again. Just listen. No matter what you're doing, listen. Just listen.
It's turning around. It's turning around for me. Around for me.
Yeah, I'm through with that. I'll be done winning it. Okay, let me show y'all this right here. Okay, Yatanya, I just saw that, boo. I will. I just want to give y'all a little break. Here we go. Listen, listen. Make sure y'all can see it. It won't always be like this. The Lord will perfect things that's affecting you. Told you I put my own words in it.
Construction civil engineer.
All right.
Ari, tech startup founder.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm Miles, software engineer. Stop playing. Yeah, San Francisco.
I'm Kyra, healthcare operations at a startup.
Hey. I'm Mace, FinTech, product manager.
Okay.
I got right here.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Jelani, mental health, the therapist.
We need you.
Henry, supply chain analyst, pilot, and training.
Let's go.
Ashley, portfolio, pharma. I'm Ruth, product strategy at a healthcare startup. Leanna, family medicine doctor.
That's my girl. Doctor. Thank God.
My name is Malik. I work in healthcare operations.
Let's go, Malik.
My name is Piero, family medicine doctor.
Yes, sir.
Robotic engineer.
Okay, Chanel, tech, startup founder. Ashley, data engineer at Meta.
Okay.
Kamari, I work at the Street Youth Center and Clinic, and I'm a health educator.
Okay, we need you too.
We need you too.
Yeah, Serena, tech, software engineer.
Let's go, Serena.
My name is Miriam, product marketing out of FinTech.
Let's go.
AI, HR.
I just wanted to show y'all that we need to see positivity. Hey, what's up, Muffy Boo? We need to see positivity as much as possible when it comes to Black people, because all we hear is the bad stuff and what we did back then. We still doing things today. We're still changing things. We still creating things. We are still the cat's meow. Okay, we really are. Don't let nobody tell you that we not. I remember, I will tell y'all something that happened though, as far as me concerned. I remember back in 2003, either 2000 or 2003, somewhere along there. Forgive me, give me grace through that period, okay? I was looking into stocks, and this particular stock gave me pause. And what I mean by that, a lot of times things grab me and I don't know why. But this particular stock gave me pause. And I read up on this company. And the company wasn't known. It was a breakout company that was trying to get its foot in the door and blah, 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 and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I think I'm going to invest in this company. And at that time, I only put like 1% or 2% in it and everything. And I said, I'm not even going to look at that stock. I'm just going to let it ride. Whether it go up or down, I'm going to let it ride because I know what the future is going to be. And the future is futuristic. It's going to be about AI. It's going to be about robotics and blah, blah, blah. Okay. Now, I just told you what I invest in. That was back in 2000, between 2000 and 2003. And to be honest with you, I get reports on this stock once a month. I ain't even looked at it. Once I see the title come through, I don't even look at it. And I'm not going to look at it. I'm actually not going to look at it until next year, 2026. I felt it in my spirit and I'm sticking to it. I'm not going to look at it till 2026. Because it was a breakout, a startup robotic company. And when I read the vision of the people who were trying to get this company off the ground and blah, 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 I understood the vision. I didn't know how far it was going to go, but I knew what the future was going to be. And I'm like, these people got something here. They really got something here. So I'm going to get with this one right here. Now, everybody else was going with a whole lot of people that was already established, not me. I'm so different. And I understand why people don't like me, and that's fine, because I don't like some of y'all. It's one person I really do not like, and I'm having to pray about that. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't like this person so much that if they were on fire and I had water to put them out, I don't know if I would. That's how much I don't like them. And anytime something gets me like that, it lets me know one thing first. They're very much a bad person. Like their whole existence is dark. Okay. But two is that I need to pray more about their situation, because I shouldn't feel like that about nobody. And I've only felt like it about 3 people in my life. Okay. I've conquered the other 2, not this one yet. So I got to pray more. I'm honest with you. I got to pray more. And I know I do. Okay. Because I really can't stand this person. If I hear this person's voice, it does something to me so bad to where I actually click and go somewhere else. Because I can't stand this person. Seriously. They're very dark. They got a dark heart, dark mind. They talk dark. It's just everything about them is demonic. Everything about them, they're the devil's daughter. And I can't stand this person. And ironically, they don't like me. Darkness and light have no fellowship. So I'm okay with that. I'm very much okay with that. When people don't like me, I'm okay with that. Yeah. And it's the same thing I've dealt with all my life, even as a kid. other girls used to be like, I don't like her. Well, why don't you like Coco? Why don't you like, I don't know. It's just something about her. Why? Because I know who I am. I knew who I was as a little kid. I walked with my head held high. I took care of everybody. I was sweet. I was nice. People liked me. So you don't like me. And my favorite when I was a kid, my favorite used to be, we ain't gonna play with you today. Now some kids would cry and be like, why? What I do? I was different. You ask anybody that knew me as a kid, I was so different. I would be like, okay, and go on about my business. Like, what was I supposed to do? And so when I dealt with that as a teenager, when so-called friends was like, well, we ain't talking to you today, and all this and stuff, one of the so-called friends would come and catch me in the bathroom, be like, they told us not to talk to you today. What happened? We can't even, honey, I don't care. Okay. Don't talk to me. I've always been like that. So as an adult, you think I'm going to get to a point in my life to where I care whether people accept me or not, or whether people like me or not, or whether people want to talk to me or not? No, 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 no. Some of y'all need to act like me. Y'all in these chats and stuff, and these people just act like they not gonna, honey, boo boo kitty. Who cares? Who cares? And then I'll be listening to some of these people talking and all this and stuff. Yeah, my husband may be deceased, but I had one. Let's go there. Come on. You can't even get nobody to marry you to give you their last name. And you think I'm going to listen to you when it comes to a relationship? You think I'm going to listen to you about anything when you're miserable? I don't get it. So, yeah, I may not have a husband right now, but at least I had one. I had a man to love me enough to say, hey, I want you to have my last name because you my missing rib, and took care of me. So now ain't nobody jumping up and down inside my guts. I ain't got different men that, can lay claim on me, talking about, yeah, I had her last night, or she's a slut, she's a this, she's a that. I don't have that. That's not my struggle. And I'm supposed to be mad about that? I think not. Let them keep saying, she mean. I love that. Thank you. Because if you can't see past that to see that I'm a really good person, you don't need me. And I dang sure don't need you. See how that works? What's up, Muffy? Let me see. I see you, Tanya, girl. It be like that sometimes for me, too. I can't allow darkness into my spirit. I bear too much. Come on. I know that's right, Creole. You are one of the realest came across it here, and you never. Thank you, love. Thank you. All I can be is me. I can be the best version of me I can be. And I try to always be open and honest with y'all because I think on this apparatus application and all the other things that people come on here to recreate who they are because they don't like their life. That ain't me. That's why I keep telling y'all. I tell everybody, one or none in my chat. If I got something to say, I'm coming on. And I know people don't understand it because they be like, she don't never have nobody open her chat and she be live and she be doing, because I'm here. See how that works? I'm here. Okay. Plus, I'm a preacher. Do you understand how preaching is? This is how preaching is. Especially when you travel and you preach, people request you and they'll say, we're going to put your picture or your name on the flyer that you're preaching. And if people don't know who you are, if they're not tuned into God and they're tuned into whether you have a following and blah, 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 okay, they may not show up. So even though a church has maybe, let's say 500 people, you might only have 50 that come to hear what the Lord has to say to you. And then once God has his way in the service, they'll tell the church members, oh, y'all missed it. That word, honey, that preacher walk with that word, blah, blah, blah. Y'all for real? Oh, my God. That's how it gets out. And that's how your name start to because you have to be able to give a word to one or two like you would 1,000. So I'm conditioned that when there's something to be said, whether one or none, whether there's one or 1,000, I'm still gonna give the same word. I'm still gonna come in here and talk like my room is filled because, baby, there's gonna come a time where it's gonna be standing room only in my lives, and I know it. God is giving me that glimpse of where I'm going, so I gotta be me. I don't know how to be nobody else because there's gonna come a time. Mark my words. There's gonna be, and I said standing room only because it's gonna be like 1,000 and mud and all this and stuff. And the same Creole y'all get right now, it's gonna be the same Creole then. Because you know why? People are getting tired of fake. They want real, and they want honesty, and they want things that's gonna help their lives. Yeah, a lot of people come on here to escape their life. My life ain't bad, so I ain't escaping nothing. Anything I do has to add to it, not subtract. All right, let me get Lord today, because I be done start preaching and I'm trying not to. Y'all know a preacher can preach at any time, okay? Honey, y'all know we will, honey baby, we can preach at any time. We'll yeah, it don't take much. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to talk about was this particular lady right here. And therapy is really important. And I know uh us as black people don't really, I think more and more starting after COVID, like around 2021, 2022, we start understanding the importance of talking to somebody to help us navigate. Okay. Okay, I didn't save it. Dang. To help us navigate through personal traumas, to overcome different things, and we start understanding the importance of it. Okay. And I am really thinking about going back into practice, full time practice. I really am because who child being on YouTube and seeing going in different chats and seeing how different people respond, and then listening to people that hit panels and listen to them talk and navigate, and it's like I'm needed. I'm very much needed. And I was thinking that, um, you know, I said if I went back into it, I would only do online. Okay. And your first initial visit with me would be a 30-minute session, and it would be free. Your second and on would be a 40-minute or 45-minute increment, and it would actually be $50. Now, if you Google therapy, counseling, and things like that, baby, it's 250 something dollars plus. Okay. And this is every visit. So for me, only doing online for 45 minutes, $50, with your very first visit with me free, and you get a 30 whole minute. Come on now. Come on. Come on. I'm really thinking about that, y'all. And I think I'm gonna make up my mind before 2026, because I actually am getting my website built, and it's gonna be to where people can click in and we can do one-on-ones. Also, if you want to get my books, you'll be able to click and get my books, and things of that nature. I also have a radio station. I will eventually, before 2026, give to people so they can tune into my radio spot, and everything. Because I'm all about God first, and I'm all about helping people second, and I like to have fun. So if I all of that is my ministry, because even when I minister, I throw jokes. Okay, I do, because I feel like We lose touch sometimes as preachers with people, and I don't never want to do that. And I also tell people before I minister, you're listening to a ex dope man's girl, a ex stripper, a ex dominatrix. Like I say all of that. I said now that I done got your attention, don't just think I'm up here and I ain't never had a life. So let's go. Because a lot of times preachers act like they ain't never had a life outside of preaching the gospel. That'll never be me. Never. I want people to know who you talking to, know who God has changed, know who God has cleaned up, that I can deliver a word to you because I don't walk that side before. Okay, let's go. Let me share this. It will always be like this. Sooner or later, things will get better. He's turning around for me. All right. This lady right here. Okay. This is so sad, y'all. This just happened this month, from my understanding. And that's why I said therapy. Okay. We do need therapy. And then you need to check on your strongest people. Because those of us that's the strongest, we go through a lot. And a lot of times we don't have anyone to talk to. Because if we talk to somebody, they look at us as being weak. Okay. Um, Nuki Sylvester, only 23 years old, a mother of three. She made her final post before taking her life. She asked for her sons to wear pink because real men wear pink. I agree with that too. She was tired, she was hurting, and was ignored. Mothers are struggling. Postpartum is real. Y'all, postpartum is so real. My God, today, whoo, depression is real. And put a pin right there because I'm gonna come back to depression. I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's real. Too many women are suffering in silence because they feel no one will listen. Please don't scroll past this. Share her story so her legacy doesn't die. Let this be a reminder. Look how pretty she was, y'all. Look how pretty she was. I did save her information, but I don't know where I put it at because it was a picture of her and her kids and everything. Yeah, this is an epidemic, okay? We are really going through some things. There's a lot of us that are going through a lot of things. Let me see if I can't find where I put this stuff at. Hold on. But let me tell y'all. When I lost my husband in front of everybody, I held up a thing of I'm okay. I'm okay. Yeah, it's hard. I'm okay. Because I felt okay for my children and everybody else because I'm the strong one. You heard me say that, right? And let me tell you something. I told y'all that it was two women that stuck by me that I love to this day, whether they ever drop down in my chat ever again. I love these women because I was able to be open and unashamed with them. But it was one thing I did not even share with them, but one of the women shared her story with me. Okay. And I started laughing and I told her one day I'm going to tell you something. One day I'm going to tell you something. I never got a chance to tell her that because things went a little different. Okay. So I'm going to tell y'all. Okay. I'm going to tell you. Okay. Muffy, I'm going to give you my email address, boo. Okay. And that way you can email me. Tanya, no, I respond back. And you ain't got to worry. I don't have mad day. That's crazy. I don't have mad day because I honor God too much and I'm scared of him. So I don't tell nobody's business at all. Okay. Um, but y'all, let me tell y'all what happened. So y'all know I lost my husband and everything. And I was so depressed, y'all, that I hadn't took a shower. Hear me. I hadn't took a shower. When I looked up, it was going on 45 days. Yes, I will wash my face, barely. I will brush my teeth, barely. And I will wash my cootie cat, okay? And do I dare say, barely. I will wash it, but I wouldn't get in no. I was so depressed, I didn't have the strength to get in the shower. That's how depressed I was. All I wanted to do was hear his keys come in the door again. I heard his music to let me know he was home. And when I looked up and realized one day, it was a conversation I had with one of the two ladies. And she said, I want to share something with you. She said, Coco, when I went through my depression, because something happened with her. And she said, when I went through my depression, and she told me I was so depressed, I hadn't even took a bath. That was God letting me know, bringing attention to me that that's where I was, that I was depressed so much, okay? And that I was depressed. First of all, I was depressed. And then when she said that, something in me shifted. I said, God loves me so much. He'll let me hear what I'm going through from somebody else's lips. And that day, when I got off the phone with them two women, I went through all these feelings and I realized, dang, when was the last time you took a shower? And that day, I got in the shower. When I got in the shower, y'all, it was like a new birth for me. Not only was it a cleansing physically, but it was a cleansing emotionally and it was a cleansing spiritually. I stood under that water and laid my head against the shower wall and cried. I mean, cried, y'all. My tears was coming down as quick as that shower water. I just cried. I cried so much that I didn't have any more tears. And I started feeling like my body was shivering up because I had been in the shower for so long, just depressed. And realizing that this was the beginning of something I had no control over. I'm going to have to start getting used to the new normal. I'm going to have to. You know, like a lot of things came to light. It did. But I thank God that He had women to love on me and was so open about their trauma and what happened with them that it was making me face my own trauma that I was going through because I hadn't paid no attention. I hadn't paid no attention. I was a walking, functioning, depressed person. You can be so depressed that it becomes everyday life. That you start like, dang, it becomes your new normal. You don't pay attention to it. Yeah. When I just told my mother and one of my sisters this not too long ago, I was like, I was so depressed, blah, blah, blah. They looked at me because I don't look it. Like, for real, if you know me, I can be going through a storm and you would never know it. You would never know it because I don't carry it on my face. I'm still like the same person. I'm even killed. And I deal with it by myself. So this right here, I know this man, and somebody captured this in my city. I live in a small city off of Louisville, Kentucky, but they still considered us Louisville, so whatever. But we actually a whole nother city. We got a whole mayor and everything, but everybody still considers us Louisville. And I want to share this. Like I said, I know this guy. I really know him. I go and talk to him sometime twice a year because he's really in tune with our roots and everything. And this is an experiment. Check this out. Y'all ready? Let's go.
Welcome to America. Tell me what you're thinking.
Just so much.
Kleenexes, please.
I've always been interested in history and the history of Black people. I took Afrocentric classes at U of L. My grandma lived at 2821 West Kentucky Street. I've read so many books, and now I belong to a church that's primarily African American, and I wouldn't be anywhere else.
Beautiful.
Did y'all see that? He actually did an experiment because, white people, not all. So if it don't apply, let it fly. I always say, oh, y'all need to get over slavery. You need to get over it. I mean, it was a long time ago. And then, no, we don't want to give you reparations. My grandkids, I didn't have nothing to do with that. My grandkids ain't going to have nothing to do with that. So why must we pay? Because half of y'all still reaping the benefits of our labor. That's why. That's why. And slavery was over 400 years. You know how many generations that was? You don't think you owe us, but you pay everybody else? I have a problem with that. So a lot of people, they tell us to get over it. So this is what he's doing, an experiment. Did y'all hear what he said? He said, welcome to America, and did them how they did us. Did her how they did us. Listen to these, how heavy these chains are. Watch her wrist. Let's go.
Thank you. Welcome to America. Tell me what you're thinking.
Just so much.
Kleenexes, please.
Welcome to America. Clink, clink. That's what we got. That's what we got. That's the realest demonstration I have seen ever. And I always say the same people that tell us to get over it and all the things, okay? What if we reverse it and y'all go 30 days through what we went through for 400 years? Just 30 days. Y'all go and get your ankle shackled. Y'all wear the jingle bells around your neck. You get horse whipped. You be made to stand. Okay? Whatever we went through, y'all go through it just for 30 days. That's all. Would you agree to that? Just for 30 days. Just like I always say, these millionaires and billionaires to be trying to make laws for poor people, you lose your money for 30 days. You are forced to work on a salary that we work on for 30 days. You are forced to try to rent an apartment or house and buy food and pay your bills, okay? All with that. Not with your money, not with your billionaire funds, not with your millionaire funds. Actually, I think you should do the 60-day experiment. Try to do that. And then you tell us if your laws is fair to us. I can hear them now. I know. Everybody keep telling me to run for politics. Baby. Nah, kid. Nah, kid. But yeah. So yeah. How about 60 days? All millionaires and billionaires to be trying to make laws for poor people. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Let's go. Try to live on a regular salary. Okay. Whatever the hourly salary is now, try to do that for 60 days. You have to rent your apartment, okay, for 60 days. You have to buy food, pay utilities, and everything with whatever you get out of your paycheck every week or every 2 weeks. Then let us know, Boo Boo Kitty, if what we work on and live on, oh, this computer I can't stand. Now they don't want to roll. Okay, is right. Okay, hold on, I'm gonna show y'all. Hold on, I'm gonna show y'all who he is. Around for me. It's turning around for me. Okay, this is hold on, y'all. I'm gonna share this, and then I think I got one more thing, and we out of here because we already at 69 minutes, and I don't want to keep going real long. I don't want to hold your day up. I know some of y'all can't wait to hear who said what about what and what they did and all of that and stuff. So I don't want to interrupt your day. I will. I do have a message to Lolo, so I am gonna add her name to this as well. I do have a message to Lolo, and y'all, I'm not mad at Lolo. Do I deal with it now? No, but I'm not mad at her. I don't have nothing, I just don't operate like it. I'm an adult. I can walk away and walk away with my head held high, especially if I ain't did nothing to somebody. So if I am wrong, I always apologize. But hey, let's listen to this real quick.
Depict slavery not as a benign institution as it's often translated in many history books. Your book is a very brutalized characterization.
What we found in the colonial records, Tony, was shocking to us. Enslaved Black people could be beaten to death. They could be tortured. In addition to being sold or anything like that, they were subject to hideous treatment, and it was really broad-based. And where the idea of this, I think it's because many families, small families, would own a husband and wife or two men to help do the work of the farm or the business or whatever. Somehow this idea of family-style enslavement spread, as if they were treated like family. They were not treated the way any family member would be treated. We found accounts of children being beaten to death. Venture Smith, who was a captive in Rhode Island, in New York, and in Connecticut for about 30 years, man who was brought from Africa as a child and sold into New England slavery. At the end of his life, he wrote a 30-page account of what had happened to him. Except that we were able to verify in every way the story he tells, you would almost not believe it. He was, from childhood on, he was worked hard, he was beaten, he was robbed, he was sold, he was cheated. And even though he lived to become, he managed to buy himself, which is an extraordinary concept that one should have to buy oneself. He bought his wife, he bought his sons and his daughter, and they lived together in freedom. The bitterness of his experience as a captive in this benign system is haunting and harrowing to read.
Your book depicts slavery.
Okay, so there is even people that look like me that don't think we deserve reparations. It boggles my mind. That boggles my mind so much. I had somebody to say, only thing we're gonna do with it is buy rims and blow it. So if that's what they do with it, and it still don't neglect the fact that we deserve it. I just don't, some of us are so separated from the struggle, from who we really are as a people and what we go through every day because they don't go through it. It's like they're living this life. Hey, Blended Boo. They're living this life. They look like us, but they don't think they're us. Seriously, somebody really said to me, they don't think we should get reparations. I'm talking to a Black person. They don't think we should get reparations because all we gonna do is blow it. Y'all make it make sense. And again, I say, and I stand on business when I say that, even if they did blow it, it's theirs to blow. Your point. Not everybody that gets money, and this is what scares people. Those that can actually sign and say, we're going to give Black folks, the descendant of slavery's reparations, even if it ain't nothing but 50 grand a piece, we're going to give it to them. This is what scares them. They're not scared of the ones that they know that's going to blow it and give it back and buy rims or whatever the case they do. They're scared of the ones that are unified and build some things. They're scared of the ones that know what to do with it and will set themselves up for future wealth. Because then we will be a contender, honey. We will really weigh in. That's what they're scared of. Like that family. Let me see if I got it on her. Like that family. It was, I think, 70 of the family members bought 5,000 acres or something like that, and they're going to create a whole city. Baby, when I tell you, that's what they scared of. So let's get that straight. It ain't the ones that are quote unquote blow it. It's some of us that get together and we'll create a restaurant. Some of us that get together and we'll create a school. Some of us that get together and we'll create a computer business. Okay? Some of us that get together and create farms for fresh food, fresh chickens, fresh vegetables, fresh fruit. We'll start opening up more herbal stores to make sure that we deal with the healing of our people. We'll open up counseling businesses so our people can come. Okay? We'll fund our people's those that create their own clothing line that don't get no shine on it. That's what I don't understand. And matter of fact, where is Kanye West? Anybody wondered that? Has anybody ever thought about that? You ain't heard nothing from him. It's like he fell off the face of the earth. Now that I said that, watch he pop up and it be the word Kanye West, which I ain't going into that because y'all know what I'm thinking, but I ain't going into that. But what I'm saying is, y'all got all this money. There is Black creators that create and design their own clothes, and they need that support and funding. But y'all steadily funding these people that don't need your money. Just like Samuel L. Jackson and his wife. I like Samuel L. I can take him or leave him, but he's a good actor, okay? Him and his wife gave a certain amount of $1 million to Spelman. Well, Spelman College is owned by the Rockefellers. And if you don't know who the Rockefellers is, you've been living under a rock. Go look them up. They don't need your money. They are the ones with 2 more other families that is actually running the country. The president is a passy. He ain't running nothing. It's somebody above him that's telling him what to do. Get that straight. He's following orders. So that money that they gave Spelman, they could have gave that, at least some of it, to the HBCUs and help them fund. Speaking of HBCUs, let's go. Hold on. Let me get to my last thing. But yeah, they could have gave some of that money to the HBCUs and could have set them up for the rest, at least for the next 5 or 10 years. So when people try to cut the funding or whatever, they would have been set up. But I do think other people who think about us, why is it that we never think about us, y'all? Those of us with money never think about us. Okay? Like, let's go with Jay-Z. Jay-Z was trying to open up a casino in New York City. Okay? Here's the thing. They show Jay-Z, even though you're a billionaire, you still a black man, and we don't want it. Baby, them so-called Jews put him in his place. They denied everything with that. They're like, oh, no, you ain't going to get that type of money. Now, we allowed you to do this. But you think you really one of us? No, you're not. And you're not coming in here with all that. We're going to keep this money to ourselves. Most of the casinos is built on reservations anyway. Do you think the Indians receive any of that money? Absolutely not. Let's go. Let's talk. See, some of us on here, we know what we're talking about. We're not yelling and screaming and talking about absolutely nothing. And shout out to Miss Olivia. Thank you so much for what you said about my channel. I appreciate you. I really do. That did mean a lot to me today. Thank you so much. And then somebody sent me a clip. Well, I'll talk about that in a minute. I don't want to get too messed up. So, okay, but let me show y'all this. I don't know if y'all knew this because this didn't make this right here. It didn't make the news. So let me be the one to show you. Let me be the one to tell you the truth. And for those of you all who didn't know, I actually entered Jill Comfort Zone's poetry contest and everything. I'm excited. I support Jill. Sometimes I go over there and I be in her sky. I never drop down. I go through her videos and look for different things. Like I see her cooking videos, and then I see her thing where she's making stuff out of things, you know, and everything. And she's a smaller content creator too. I think she got more people than I do, but I still support Jill. And, you know, since I am a writer, I wanted to just do it. You know, I don't know if I'm going to win or not, but I'm going to give it my all. And I missed it last year, but I thank her for being so organized that, you know, she got it all together, and I appreciate that. So just in case y'all didn't know, y'all might want to go over and support her. I look at her channel and see the contest itself is going to be in November. Okay. It's Jill Comfort Zone. Okay. So y'all might want to go over and support her. Blended Healing Rims. She's actually, honey, her channel is soothing. It makes you think. She's awesome. Please go give her a click and a view as well. Yeah, I appreciate her. I really, really do. I keep telling y'all this. Don't always feed your spirit this nonsense on this YouTube. Who cussed out who turned their back on who said it's weird. And YouTube has showed me that not everybody that's an adult that's 50 and above is wise. YouTube has shown me that. I used to think older people, you know, wiser mentality and, you know, all this. No. No. Some of y'all need counseling. Y'all really do. Some of y'all really, really, really need to go talk to somebody. What are y'all going to do? You know, people are talking about 3 days of darkness, right? Which means no internet connection or anything like that. What are y'all going to do when you can't get on the internet? What are you going to do if the main grid crashes where nobody can get on the internet? What are you going to do? Some of y'all going to kill yourself. Yeah. Because you ain't going to have nothing else that you do. Some of y'all don't never spend time with God unless you ask him for something. Lord, can you give me this? Can you pay this? Can you make me this? Can you do? It's never, God, what would you have me to do? God, speak to me. What can I do to honor you today, God? What can I give to you? It's never that. It's always gimme, 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 can you? Gimme, 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 can you? Anyway, okay, billionaire philanthropist Mackenzie Scott has made a major contribution of $70 million to the United Negro College Fund to support historically Black colleges and universities, HBCUs. This donation is one of the largest single gifts she has made and is among the first of her publicly disclosed contributions in 2025. The funds are intended to create a pool endowment with the goal of providing each of the 37 UNCF member HBCUs with $10 million. Hold on. La 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 la. Hold on. Okay. The larger aim of this initiative is to establish a $370 million fund that would generate a 4% annual return, helping to stabilize the budgets of these institutions. HBCUs have historically faced funding disparities, compared to the non-HBCUs. And this endowment seeks to address those gaps, providing long-term financial security and stability and sustainability. So I think this is awesome. I appreciate her for doing what she did because the HBCUs really need this. Okay. Only thing that I will say is that when people bless us like this, we got some of the wrong people in charge. Like the HBCU where what is his name? It just went out of my mouth. Shador's dad. Y'all know who I'm talking about, y'all. I swear his name just went right out of my head, okay? He was the head coach. He went to this school. They didn't have the money. So, you got to read the story, the real story, how he went to the school to bring it up. He believed in the boys. He would bring his own lawnmower and ride his lawnmower to cut the field because the field had not been cut. Okay? All of this. He made agreements. He signed contracts and everything. Dion. He signed contracts and everything to help this school. Okay? With the daggone dean of the college and all of this. Okay? And the dean was stealing the money, y'all. The dean was stealing the money. And what's his name? Umar? Sometimes Umar needs to sit down and shut up. Because you saying that Dion was wrong for leaving that school and going somewhere where they appreciate him and willing to pay him. So he was supposed to stay at this school and keep letting this dean steal money from him, the football organization, and all this other stuff just to stay Black. Sometimes Umar needs to shut up. Seriously, he needs to shut what we call the heck up, okay? Because the game, one of the major games there, Deion Sanders stuff was locked up, okay? They out here winning the game, stands filled. Never been filled before. Deion got the stands filled. They making money, hand over fist. He comes back in the locker room, his office, the door where the football players go in that was locked, done been jammed open. They done stole things from the football players. They done stole all of Deion Sanders stuff, his wallet, his $200,000 watch, something else, his credit cards, and all of this. Now, how they get in there? And y'all got supposedly security. How they get in there? And he was like, I'm done. I don't blame him. But y'all got mad at him talking about, see, he's a sellout. You ain't going to stay if your child take $5 from you. You ready to knock them over the side of their head, kick them in their back, and beat the crap out of him. But you want him to stay where people can break in and take all his stuff, and they already stealing the money from the tickets that was supposed to go to the football program. Y'all better start reading some of this stuff. Y'all better stop, agreeing with everything you hear. But anyway, I thank this woman for what she did for the HBCUs. I wish TC was in here, but I do thank this woman for what she did for the HBCUs. Don't y'all know if Oprah, well, and I don't know if she does or not. Okay, so let me say that. But don't y'all know at least if Oprah was to send once a month, pick a school, a HBCU that she wants to just anonymously send. And if you don't trust the dean of the school or the financial, then you send your own people to look and see what needs to be done in these schools and write a check to take care of it. They need new lockers. They need, like, okay, I am starting a program called Weekend Bag. Okay. Weekend Bag is where each weekend, each Friday, there will be 50 kids. That's my thing. I'm sorry, I'm small. Okay. I'm doing this out of my own pocket. I ain't got no volunteers yet. But each Friday, there will be 50 students that will go home with some food and something to drink. Okay. It may be 2 packs of noodles, 2 canned soups, I don't know. It's going to be whatever I can afford. Okay. It may even be 2 Lunchables in there, but it'll be something they can eat: oatmeal, little things of cereal, a thing of milk, a thing of juice, and water. Okay. But they can go home and they have something to eat over the weekend. I'm going to let the school pick these kids. I don't know what kids need what, and ain't no use me standing there talking about, well, no, y'all know what your children's financial situation is, So that's what I'm looking to do. That's what I'm in the process of doing. So when y'all don't see me on here, I'm trying to put final things in step, and everything. And my friend Tammy Hawkins, the councilman, I am trying to establish something with her to where I can possibly have some backing, and everything. But that is the desire. I told you I love to take care of people. And that is one of the desires of my heart, is to make sure that these kids are eating. Okay. Because believe it or not, y'all, the only food, and with this administration that done cut the programs in these schools and stuff, don't care nothing about the people. I'm sorry, but some of you rich people that own farms that don't look like me, okay, and you voted for him because you just knew. Now you all are becoming poor. Y'all are having to sell your farms and stuff because you're not making any money. See how that worked? So now the same people y'all try to hurt, you becoming. So that's what I'm that's the desire of my heart. Eventually I want to branch out to elderly people. I'm almost elderly myself, y'all. I'll be 55 Monday, so I'm almost elderly myself. But there are elderly people out here that are struggling for meals, dirty care, and all these other things, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this man has really said, "Screw y'all, starve." Okay, so we're gonna have to reach in our pockets and all this stuff we think is important. Oh, who got the Chanels, and who got this, and I drive this type of car, and oh, I do this, and oh, baby, I can wear this cologne, and okay, good for you. Good for you. Yay. Ooey cookie. Good for you. Okay? But there's a scripture that says, when I was hungry, did you feed me? Come on, God. When I was outdoors, did you take me in? When I was naked, did you clothe me? That's what I'm talking about. That right there. That's what I'm talking about. What are you doing to help other people? It's one thing my blog, y'all don't really hear me talk about my blog mother much because certain reasons. One reason is, for a while, everybody was using her name to build their channel. I refuse, okay, because I wanted to get man out the mud. 2, because even though me and my blog mother don't have an issue, there are those that support her that can't stand me, okay, which I don't care. The levels of my I don't care is really high. I don't care because I don't have a problem with her. But I will say this, one of the great things that I've always seen her do my block mother, is to feed the homeless, help the homeless. And that's what I do. Great minds think alike. I've been doing that for 10 years, maybe a little longer. I'm not sure how long she's been on. I think she's been doing maybe the same amount of time I have, but I love to see that. I love to see that, and everything. So regardless of what I think about her, she has a good heart. She does. If you could see past whatever you see, okay, and just she has a good heart, you know. And so that's one thing that I really admire, about her is that outside of how blessed she is, she don't think it's strange to bless others. Okay. And so, yeah. So once I ain't gonna tell you that, but that is the next thing that I want to do, because I do feed the homeless and all of this. I do that like twice a year. And everything. But what I want to do is move to help elderly people. But what I'm going to do is start in the churches. That's what I want to do. I want to represent from each church, and we come together and see what the elderly needs, and see if we can't help them. Some of the elderly needs to have help cleaning their apartment. Some of the elderly needs help going to the doctor. Some of the elderly may need help with just basic things, So yeah, when I tell you I got the ministry of helps, I promise you, I got that from my mama, I got that from my grandparents, they got that from their parent. We're a family of helps. We always take what we got and try to help somebody. That's just who I am. Okay. So again, hopefully, my friend can kind of come up with an idea where we can expand this thing into different churches. And because we're going to have, y'all, I know y'all think y'all got it going on right now, but don't you know you're going to have to help each other? That's one reason why I ain't gave up this house, because I got a feeling that one or two of my kids may have to come back home. And not because they're not working and all that, but who knows? Now, if God tell me, no, you can go ahead and move, then I'm out of here like Vladimir, okay? I'm out. I'm going to a 2-bedroom apartment, and that's where she going to be, okay? Because I used to, yeah, baby, I'll be in a 2-bedroom in the heartbeat. Sure will. Me and my little Coco, my little pal, I named her little Coco. Me and little Coco, baby, yes, we will. We will be in a little 2-bedroom apartment. That's in Matthew 25. You better come on, Catherine Boo. Yes, honey. When I was outdoors, did you take me in? I'm just saying what God say. Y'all get mad at me for quoting the Bible. Okay? It won't always be like this. Here we go. It's turning around for me. Okay. Matthew 25. For I was hungry and you gave me something to eat. I was thirsty and you gave me something to drink. Come on. That's the NIV version. So if y'all want to go look at that, y'all can. And everything. Because there are some requirements that God requires of us. All right? He does. And I know y'all don't want to hear that because you living your best life. And that's fine. Live your best life, honey. Do you. But just don't forget what God called you, especially if you call yourself a child of God. It's nothing worse than people call themselves a child of God and they don't act like it. It's like God don't act like you. He don't act like you. And that girl, Nuki Sylvester, she was 23, y'all, from Toledo, Ohio. She committed suicide. All right. She was the mother of 3 kids. And you can find her story. Actually, you can pull her name up on Facebook. And she had her own page, and her video is out there. Her last video she did that they were talking about. Okay. So if you really want to look more into that, like I said, I just wanted to talk about this story because, there's times that I've been depressed, let me tell you something. The only time that I ever thought about offing myself, I'll never forget it. I was 15. And during that time, I was still being molested, and all the things. Okay, I'm gonna get into all of that, all the things. And I just felt like I had a whole lot on me. But again, looking at me, you wouldn't have been able to tell. But I had a whole lot of things that I was dealing with emotionally, physically, mentally. Okay, only thing that was right in my life was spiritual. That's weird, but that's true. And I remember going to the doctor because I just didn't feel good. I just didn't feel good. And I was like, here's another thing. Now I don't feel good. And, I really feel like if I just go ahead and go to sleep and never wake up again, at least all of this will be over. That's how I felt. So when I went to the doctor and everything and all of that, and they told me, they said, well, I don't know if this is good news or bad news, but you're expecting. I said, huh? Said, you're going to be a mama. This was at 15. And immediately it gave me something to live for. It gave me something to continue to fight for. And I always tell my child, my oldest child, you're the reason I'm still here. You are my reason. Everybody needs a why. When you trying to do great things or be different or start anew or, change your life, you always got to have a why. My child was my why. She saved my life. She saved my life. And I'm not afraid to tell y'all that because some of y'all done went through that, honey. Y'all afraid to tell people. I keep telling you, I don't care what you think. This is to the people that need to hear this. And let me put my email down here so Muffy can get it. Is it .com? I hope it is. Hold on, let's see. Yep, Coco's Next Level at yahoo.com. There you go, Muffy Boo. Just and you, Tanya, I'm gonna check yours as soon as we get out of here. Anyway, y'all. So just know when I always tell y'all at the end that no matter what the test, always do your best, and that's the truth. That's how you should always live your life, no matter what comes up against you. Always do your best. If you do your best and fail, oh well, you did the best you could. But it always hurts us when we don't do our best and we fail. It's something we can't. It's like, man, and it bothers you. But when you've done the best you very could, and it just don't work the way you think it should, so what? You did your best. Hold on. Let's see. How are we? Okay, this is the one. This is the one. And let me give this to Lolo. Okay. Let me give this to Lolo. The last time I was on your panel, I went up on your panel, and Lemmy was up there. And me and Lemmy had a conversation about you because I had heard that he had made you cry. And Me and him had a conversation about making you cry. You, at the time, my friend. I didn't like that. Because I know how faithful you were to him. How if nobody else was there, Lori, aka Lolo, was gonna be there. Okay. I still don't understand, but whatever. Okay. You all have a connection that you and I don't have. And I'm okay with that. When I realized that, that's when I backed up. I'm okay with that. But I said all that to say, if you play that playback, if you play your live back to that day, I asked you, I said, Lolo, what is it going to take for you to put you first? What? What is it going to take? This was why Lemon was still up there. I said that to you. What is it going to take to put you first? I said, there's coming a time, Lolo, that you're actually going to have to choose you. You're going to have to make a choice. It's going to either be you or him. I said, now, that being said, I don't have a problem with Lemon. Because no matter what, you're going to still be on his live tonight, sitting right up there. So ain't no use to me being mad at him. Why would I be more mad than you? There's no sense of me being more upset than you are, and it happened to you. I said, but there is going to come a time you're going to have to make a choice. I said, that's all I'm going to say. I don't have nothing else to say. I don't have a dog in the fight. I said, thank you, Lemon, for talking to me. I'm going back down in the chat and mod. And I left it alone. And I want to say thank you, Diva, for what you said about me. Thank you. That's all I got to say about it. That's all I got to say about it. It's not easy. I'm going to say it like that. It's not easy when you care about somebody, but you got to walk away because of you, to keep you healthy, happy, and whole. Okay? When you have to walk away so that you won't be codependent. Because I care about that lady. Okay? I've always cared about that lady. And I still care about her. I just can't. It was either, I just can't. I'm just going to leave it like that. I just can't. I don't wish her any ill will. None of that. I don't have nothing bad to say. None of that. None of that. So, that being said, I just wanted to remind her. I told her there's going to come a time you're going to have to choose you. I'll go down with the ship. One thing y'all got to know about Libras too, y'all. Sometimes we're very undecisive because we're trying to keep the peace. So we're trying to walk this middle ground to where everybody's happy, even if it means we're not. We want the best for everybody. Even if we're not happy, we rather keep the peace. We want everybody else around us to be okay and happy. And, and sometimes loyalty, we're loyal to people at our own detriment. But some of us, once we realize that, we leave. Because what I ain't going to do is keep being the butt of your jokes. What I ain't going to do is keep being mistreated under the guise of loyalty. Not I. Just like you're important, so am I. I know my worth. So anyway, I always tell y'all that no matter what the test, I always do your best, and I really, 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 really mean that. Okay. Um, but self-esteem is a mother scooter. It is. Self-esteem is, some people they don't have self-esteem, and their esteem is built on the approval of those around them, the cool kid in school. Like sometimes YouTube is the cool kid in school type of situation. uh oh, the cool kid like me, so I'm gonna hang with the cool kid, and the cool kid likes you because they can mistreat you, dog you, talk about you, because they know you need them for something. You don't realize that you're the one that's keeping them. And so you hang around the cool kid in school, and they treat you like a flunky, they treat you like a passy, they talk to you anyway, and you accept it because as long as you're with the cool kid, everybody knows who you are. Tell me it ain't YouTube. Tell me that's not some of these sectors. And I eat your head.
Across the building tonight. Let the devil know that you in terror.
No matter what's going on. But you gotta be there. I know right now it's impossible. Always. Dry your weeping eyes.
And oh Lordy.